Do you want to know the 10 steps to get your VAWA case approved? If you miss even one of these steps, you could lose your chance at a work permit or even a green card. In this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through what it really takes to win a VAWA case. I'm U.S. immigration attorney Sharifa Tharpe, and I help immigrants all over the country in all 50 states and around the globe be able to get their immigration status here. Now, those who are in the United States, I look for options to help them to stay here while getting that immigration status. Now, one way to apply to stay here while you wait for your green card is through a process called VAWA. The proper name for it is Violence Against Women's Act. And yes, even though it's called Women's Act, it covers everybody. Now, here's why this is so important. VAWA allows undocumented immigrants who have been mistreated by a U.S. citizen or green card holder spouse, a parent, or a citizen adult child to apply for legal status on their own without involving that relative. Once you qualify, you can get your work permit so you can work legally while waiting for a green card. Now, this is important because it gives you the ability to control your own process without involving the person who mistreated you. Let me break down the 10 actions you absolutely must take to get your VAWA approval. Step 1. Gather the right evidence of mistreatment. VAWA doesn't only cover physical abuse, it also protects people who have suffered emotional mistreatment, psychological mistreatment, sexual violence or mistreatment, and even financial control. Now, in this case, if you're applying, your job is to gather proof of what happened in your circumstances. Now, let me first dispel a common misconception. You do not need to show physical mistreatment or a police report to get this. Your statement alone could be sufficient as long as it has the right details to show the officer that you're credible. Now, if you have other evidence, that would be great because it just means that you're verifying what happened to you. Now, other evidence could be medical records, therapy notes, police reports, photos of property damage, screenshots of derogatory messages or threatening messages, and affidavits from friends and families or counselors who also know about what you went through or the mistreatment you went through. Now, the affidavits must be formatted properly for the officer to accept it as evidence. Step 2, write a detailed personal declaration. I can't understate the importance of this. This is your story and the USCIS wants you to tell what you went through. Write a declaration that explains your relationship, how the mistreatment started, what happened, how did it affect your life. Be detailed, include dates, locations, and specific examples. We help our clients with this to ensure all the relevant details are included. A missing detail could lead to a denial. Step 3, establish a qualifying relationship. Now, to qualify for VAWA, the abuser must be a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident, spouse, a parent, or an adult child. Now, the kinds of documents you need to show are the marriage certificate if you're the spouse of a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, or birth certificate if it's a parent-child relationship. Also, if you're the spouse of a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, you also have to show the marriage is real. So you have to show things like joint bank statements, joint leases, photos together, affidavits from friends and family, shared bills, shared address. That evidence is going to also be very important. And there's other types of evidence too, depending on what you went through. Now, step 4, provide evidence of shared residence. Once again, this is a requirement for VAWA. So you also have to show that you lived with your abuser at some point, even if it was only for a short time, even could be a day, it counts. Proof could be things like shared lease or mortgage, utility bills in both of your names, affidavits attesting to you living together with your spouse, medical records or other types of records showing a shared address. Step 5, prove your good moral character. VAWA requires that you show your person of good moral character, and that means providing things like police clearance letters from every place you've lived for 6 months or more in the last 3 years, or an FBI background check. Now, if you have a criminal record, don't assume that you don't qualify for VAWA. Sometimes cases can still be approved, especially if the charges were connected to the mistreatment. You also can add letters from friends, employers, pastors, community leaders, people who know you, who can vouch for your character, your rehabilitation, and also you can apply for a special waiver that can help you to get forgiveness. Now, step 6, include all required documents and fill out all forms accurately. I can't understate how important this is. Mistakes in these forms ruin a lot of cases. Make sure you're using correct version of the form I-360. That's a form that's used to apply for this. Fill out every section, and if something doesn't apply, write NA for not applicable. Double check that you've signed and dated everything. Missing even a single signature can cause a denial. Now, be sure to include an adjustment of status application with a sealed medical if that's applicable to you. And now that also gets you the work permit and the green card within a few months. Step 7, don't forget to hire an experienced attorney. VAWA is a powerful tool, but it's not easy. Yes, you can file on your own, but an attorney can help you to collect the right evidence, draft your declaration, and avoid mistakes that could get your case delayed or denied, and mark you, that can put you in deportation proceedings. And most importantly, a lawyer will fight for you so you don't have to face the system alone. We are here to help, and that's exactly what we do for our clients. Step 8, ensure consistency across all applications. Now, you may have multiple applications going on. Now, whatever you've told the USCIS before in a work permit application, an asylum case, or anything else, you need to ensure consistency. The approval is in the detail. So if there are differences, you definitely need to explain them clearly, consistently, to build trust. Any doubt in your credibility could lead to a denial of your VAWA petition. Step 9, translate all non-English documents. If any of your documents are not in English, you must include a certified English translation. If you don't, the USCIS will not accept the document and your application will be considered incomplete. And right now, they're hardly giving second chances. So that could cause serious delays or even a denial and referral to immigration court. Step 10, respond quickly to the USCIS request. Sometimes the USCIS will send you a letter, and that letter may to ask for more information in a request for evidence, or we call it the RFE. And this just means they need more proof. It doesn't mean you're denied. They're giving you a chance. But here's the key. You must respond by the deadline. Send complete information and address every single question they ask. Missing the deadline could ruin your case, and a lawyer would be able to help you get it right. So there you have it, the 10 steps you need to follow for a strong VAWA application. Now let me repeat this. VAWA is one of the most powerful protections for immigrants who have been mistreated here in the US. It lets you file without the person who's mistreating you, and it gets a work permit and eventually allows you to qualify for a green card. If you're in this situation, please don't wait. Give us a call so we can get to helping you as quickly as possible. You can take back control of your life and be able to stay here. Now, if you found this video helpful, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates like this one. I post about immigration news, tips, updates, strategies that can help you protect your future. And if you're ready to start your VAWA case, click the link in the description to book a confidential consultation with our attorneys here at ST Law Office. Don't wait. Go ahead and do that now. The law is there to protect you now. So go for it.